What is going on, guys? Name's D-Free. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. Today we're going to go ahead and start on stage 1. We're going to make our way all the way through the LR Goku event. So think of this as your all-encompassing guide. Now, throughout the time that the Legendary campaign was announced and so on and so forth, I did go ahead and pitch to you guys several different team options. So we're going to see what we can do with multiple team options in this video. Basically split between Global and JP. I'm going to alternate while I play through all 4 stages between those. We're going to probably use 2 different tech type teams, an int team, and we're going to use a STR team, or maybe a couple different STRs. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Of course, if you haven't seen the video, like basically about which super strikes you should prioritize getting to SA15, check that out. I've done all types of different videos, so you get a whole lot of good knowledge from that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the video. So first things first, when you run with the tech team, with a team like this, most of the time you don't need to use any items, to be honest. You can find a way to kind of maneuver it to where you just wind up not using any items at all. So in a scenario like this, though, I didn't even bring anything, so never mind. I'm going to put Muten Rosh-sama there just to get the seal off. And Bulma gets the super here. So Bulma is really good for this because what happened was I held back from saying, hey, let's use this team or these units, because I didn't know whether or not we would be able to use farmed up units. And it appears that we can, so that's great. And by the way, the defensive dodge 20 Bulmas are cool and all, but they pale in comparison to the offensive ones in this. Now, Bulma's really good because she can tank. She's really good because she can heal, and she's really good because she consistently does about 125, 140,000 damage in certain scenarios. So that's where she's really good at. Now, of course, you see there are 2 intelligence types here. All the way through stage 3, this is kind of similar to a team you would want to run. This Gohan on the team is a little bit different. I haven't had a chance to really farm him up. I gave him some orbs just to make his star shine, nothing big. I haven't had a chance to really farm him up. His event was just here, but I was honestly too lazy because I played too many games, and you'll see that theme come into play again a little bit later with some of the other teams I have for you guys. As long as it gets the job done, though, right? So, similar concept. Now, you would want to run a couple of intelligence guys just to be able to block. I did also see several really good team options on the Reddit, so shout out to the DBZ Dokkan Battle Reddit as well. Go ahead and tune in over there for other team opportunities there. Now, Gohan is good key support. Trunks is a solid hitter. Bulma's a solid hitter. Trunks is also self-sufficient. Muten Roshi is a really good passive guy. He has really good support. He seals, the Jackie Chun guy. Android 16 is a really good blocker against tech types. And Chilled is just flat out a hard-hitting unit. Now, let's see how much Chilled actually does in this scenario. Because he's SA 13, because I flubbed up when I fed the other one to him, and it was SA 3, and I totally was pissed off about that. So we'll see what happens here, how much damage he actually winds up doing. And either way, Android 16 will be able to block that hit, and Bulma's going to heal me. So her heal is not very good when it comes into play when you're factoring in like mono teams, like actual mono teams where she's not the leader. Like you're talking about SS3 Goku Angel lead, for example, on JP, because it's such a small amount. But on a team like this where you have very minimal HP, it's very good. All right, and then Gohan is really good support here for the key. Basically, Trunks is going to be able to eliminate this guy. Trunks is also going to get a nice buff from the passives of those two, offensively and defensively. I don't think there's a second round to this. I don't think there is. Yeah, so Trunks eliminates him. Now, on your first time through this, you will wind up getting this Goku to drop. Now, the best way to farm him after that is not on this stage. His drop rate's like 1% on this stage after that first drop. So your best way is on stage 4. But what we're going to do is we're going to cycle over to JP for stage 2. So that's actually available over here. Go ahead and go over to JP. So I'm using a tech team for this one. I was very tempted to put my LR Goku on the team, but I wanted not to. But this is more or less a JP variant because they do have this Goku available. He's not available yet on Global, but he will be available whenever Angel Goku drops, probably sometime within the next few weeks here on the Global version of the game. And this guy has 30% to all stats, but instead of Bulma's 2 key, he offers 3 key. So that's really good. Now, Another thing to keep in mind is, like I said, there's a lot of grinding in between both of these versions of the games. And other mobile games I play, like, I mean, seriously, I play like 15 of them, so cut me a little slack. So the Bulma's not fully awakened yet here. She can be, but I need a couple more dupes to unlock her paths before I go ahead and awaken her yet. She's at about like 50% or so, something like that. Arale, I actually didn't farm her medals, but she has an awakening too. Arale is actually available on the global version of the game too. If you got her, I don't think she is able to awaken yet though, but she's a good unit because she's self-sufficient like the Trunks is. All right, and this Goku is a nuker Goku. He gets more power per orb obtained, so he's going to hit relatively hard there. And then this guy, SS3 Goku, and his passive activates, which it doesn't look like it did. Maybe it did, I don't know. I don't think it did. When it activates though, he is basically one of the hardest hitting units available to run on this stage. So this is stage 2. Up until, I want to kind of point this out too. I'm not doing it here. I may come back and run stage 2 again though with an intelligence team on JP. But I want to make it clear that stage 1, 2, and 3, your primary focus a lot of times, especially if you're on JP and you can run Goku Jr., would be to run a an intelligence team because it's flat out better as far as the defensive coverage goes. Now, you may wind up using a couple more items. It may not be as efficient, what have you, but that's still an option. Or you could do a hybrid kind of similar to how I was doing before. All right, so we got that crit there. We're going to move on here with Arale's attack. Arale is at least SA10, so that's cool. So on this stage, he just drops medals to Dokkan awaken his first form. You have to get, like, I think, like 15 of these. And he drops, like, 1 per run or something crazy like that. I don't know the exact numbers. Maybe it's 10 and he drops 1 per run. So both of the Gokus actually got their passives, the SS3 Gokus. We're going to hit pretty hard here. I'm going to use the Yema, right, because I don't trust this guy. And I don't have a defensive unit on this rotation. And we're going to just load up on him. By the way, neither of the SS3 Gokus have any orbs incorporated into them. I expected a super there. I just didn't want to use the healing item, to be honest. But yeah, neither of them have any orbs. None of this team, I think, has any orbs aside from the Bulma. You see how hard he hits once he gets going with that passive. And had this Roshi been on rotation, I probably could have killed him, because this Roshi gives 25% more attack. Now, Bulma does not super early. This Bulma doesn't super early yet, even though she's max SA, because she's not Dokkan awakened. She does not super early. That's a fun little tidbit to note. Now, it would have also been better to have put the Bulma in the middle for the links with Roshi and Arale, because it's going to shaft Roshi here if I don't do this. In fact, I'm going to, just to eliminate this guy. I probably would have won anyway, but just to guarantee the victory, we're going to go ahead and do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away for a second, and I'm going to build an intelligence team. And we're going to go ahead and field intelligence against this stage on global. Or on JP, excuse me. Yeah, okay, we got him. Okay, so yeah, 1 medal. I don't know what the number is. We'll have to see. You guys can let me know in the comments. If you see any other comments letting me know, then feel free to keep that in mind. Anyways, we'll be back in just a second. Okay, so we are back, and first thing to note is we have Scrub Jr. here, because I reversed him because I went ahead and was trying to change around some of his abilities. So I reversed him, and I was like, you know what? Let me just, for gags, use him not awakened, right? So that's pretty funny. You could take back those stars if you didn't know. So anyways, I didn't even look at it, though, so he's still kind of got his regular distribution. But it'll be fun. And I took a friend, Goku Jr., that's awakened. Now, if you're on global, right, and you wanted to run an intelligence team, you cannot run the Goku Jr. lead. What you would have to do is you'd have to do one of two things. You'd have to either lead with Chilled, or you would have to lead with King Vegeta. If you lead with King Vegeta, keep in mind that you get the key but no statistical improvement. If you lead with Chilled, it's the other way around. You get the statistics without the key. So you would need to probably do something like this. Bring an item to allow you to get the key that way. Otherwise, you'd probably be using items to get a little bit more survivability. Either one is fine, to be honest. Goku Jr. is good enough to push through this really quickly. So if you're on global, you can basically field the same team. The only option that's not available aside from Goku Jr. is that Trunks. Now, what I would say is that another unit I don't have on this team that would be really good on this team is the possessed GT Trunks. You saw the GT Gohan, excuse me. The Trunks would be really good on this team because of the fact that he does allow to give a little bit more ki on the team and functions as a good supporter. Now, Nappa would be the one that you drop in that scenario. I'd keep 16 because he's still a really good blocker if you need it. And this guy is available on global. In fact, I think his mission is currently live, to be honest. But he's not awakenable yet. So when he awakens, he gains Fierce Battle. That's not super relevant here because it's not usable. Fierce Battle is not usable in this scenario, in this video. But it makes him a really good unit, in which I've done a full-on showcase of him individually on a Gogeta, Intelligence Gogeta team. So pretty much that's what's going on. He hits for 165k without Super Saiyan, so that's pretty good. Scrub Jr. Oh, man. And we're going to go back over to Global, I think, and we're going to use our same tech team to take on Stage 3, and then we'll use a different team for Stage 4. Probably STR. I don't know. So STR is a little weird. I think we'll stay on Global for that because basically STR is the most funky team outlay for me because I haven't farmed up a couple of the units because I just need some more time. So on JP, what happened is I need to finish farming up Grandpa Gohan. So I have LR Frieza and stuff, but like no Grandpa Gohan. So I mean, I could do that with Frieza as the lead, and it's still really good, but it's like it's not really conducive to my video. Now on Global, I have Grandpa Gohan and basically a full-built team, but there's a couple units that I need to Dokkan Awaken on the team. So the units are still there, they're just not Dokkan Awakened yet because their events aren't live. So yeah, we'll do that for Stage 4 actually. We'll do Global for Stage 4. And we will use... Actually, you know, we'll just go to Global for the next couple because I feel like the only real difference is JP's ability to run the Intelligence team with Goku Jr. and stuff, in which I already gave you guys a global variant for that. So we'll be right back in just a second on the global version of the game for the last couple of rounds. All right, so we're back with the global tech team. We're going to run this for Stage 3. Tech is really good here. And then for the next one, we're going to run STR in the next round. On global, of course, and I'm going to give you guys unit replacement options. Basically bringing the exact same team. Like I said, this team without Goku Jr., basically the non-Japanese version, can beat this Stage 2. But the only difference is that they do they're a little bit slower because they don't have the statistical improvement or the support. Tech is very good with support. Like, there are other options you can run in this team, like the Tech Super Strike Piccolo. There are other options you can have. The only one I would say is kind of crap is Mighty Mask. Otherwise, the whole team is really good. So you got a lot of options there. So we're going to give Gohan that because it's not really necessary. We'll give you those. And I think we'll get to see Bulma actually do some tanking. But I'm going to go ahead and pop these for chilled. In most cases, I don't use items for this, like I've said before. But for the purpose of this, why not get a little bit more extra damage to help streamline the video a little bit. 92k. Let's see what she takes. She has a great chance of reducing the damage. And one thing that I have learned is that it's not, of course it says guaranteed, or excuse me, great chance. It's not guaranteed in the sense that she may tank one hit, but not take the very next hit. So keep that in mind. She may not, even though it says her passive is activated, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's activated across the board because it mainly is saying that her ability to heal is activated. So she may tank one, but not the next one. Or she may tank, not tank the first one, but tank the next, like, couple. It's weird. All right, Trunks, end it, please. Can I get a crit? I gave my Trunks crits. Well, he didn't need it because Trunks hits really hard. So Trunks is the only unit that I've actually given real orbs to, aside from Bulma, because she has her own event. Well, I mean, this doesn't... I'll heal a cup because she heals by the rainbow orb. You see, that's basically enough to get me back to full HP in this scenario with a team like this. Gohan doesn't really need to super. Gonna save those orbs for Master Roshi next turn, too. So she tanked that one. Let's see if she doesn't tank the second one, though. Ah, she tanked it. Okay, most of the time she does, because I think it said great chance, which is like 70%, so it's going to happen most of the time. Okay. Well, you guys can see Android 17's tanking ability in this scenario because he's put in the scenario where he kind of has to. I'm going to get Roshi off of rotation so I can get him coming back with Bulma, because one really cool thing about some of these units like Roshi, Bulma, and Grandpa Gohan, I think they all share like the Dragon Ball links, which I feel like Mercenary Tao should have that too, but doesn't. So that's a thing. Oh, man. Let's go ahead and do that. And that. Yeah, Trunks is really good for his ability to be self-efficient and gain that attack improvement. Now, this is the main stage you would want to farm if you're looking for farming metals. So, basically what happens is this stage is great for farming the metals, but it doesn't drop any character. Now, the next stage, however, does drop characters, but it can't get as many metals. So this one maxes out at 20 metals per run. I'm going to go ahead and kind of semi-nuke here. And the next one maxes out at like 10 metals, but that's where you farm the character. So that, you know how I said earlier in the video, stage 1 does drop it on the first time, but it's only a one-time thing, basically. You have a 1% chance of dropping it after that. Well, this one drops it kind of often. I actually got a double drop of the cards. So that's pretty cool. You can farm him up, open his paths and everything. This is where 16 is a really good blocker. 15k, that's not bad, especially when it's not an int team, so he's not getting any sort of defensive improvement. Chill doing 100k, not bad either, especially because Chill isn't even a UR or SA15 for that level 15 boost. Bulma, she's going to go there. I'm going to let her be on rotation with Roshi. And Trunks, it looks like Trunks actually won't super here, maybe. Oh, he will, okay. Ooh, coming in clutch with his own 3-key. Now, ooh, the dodge on the Bulma. You can actually run Skinny Gotenks as a lead instead if you want to, but I will say it's less consistent because you do miss that 10% HP attack and defense. Can't take as many hits, don't hit as hard, you know, that type of thing. So it's probably better if you did that. Maybe a hybrid with one Bulma lead as like maybe yours or the friends, and then Skinny Gotenks lead, because he's really similar but not exactly the same thing, if you know what I'm saying. Now, Bulma, you can have that. I'll get a little HP recovery. I'm trying to discern whether or not I'm in a scenario where I'm going to basically win or not. I don't know. Let me go ahead and just heal, because I'm scared if like Gohan takes the super attack. I don't care if the first two do. In most cases, I don't care if Bulma takes it. But I'm kind of scared if like Gohan is the one to take the hit. Oh, this is where I said the offensive Bulmas are like super good. Like for example, mine on global cannot additional attack. I just give her a 10 dodge, 10 crit split. But the offensive ones are really good. I like the perspective on this Kamehameha too from like the back view. I like those ones like that. There's a few in the game like that. Okay, so basically we're gonna win here. I'll see if Chilled can't really, because I don't have any more of the orb changer for him. Give you that. I mean, Bulma's going to win. Even if she takes a super in the front or doesn't tank it or whatever, she's going to win. Yeah, it's very uncommon for her not to tank a hit. I want to say that. All right, so now that we've got that done, we're going to go ahead and play on global. Yes, we're going to do the STR team, so that'll be fun. I will be back in just a second, guys. All right, so we're back with the STR team. Couple things to note. I literally just noticed. I didn't have a really good Grandpa Gohan friend, by the way, so the one I took is Max SA, which is great, but unfortunately he's not UR, so he is bringing down the stats of my team, so I don't have as much HP as I would ordinarily have. And of course, if you have LR Frieza, you definitely want to run LR Frieza. I just noticed though that same Trunks I was running earlier with the team, you could still run him as a lead for like an intelligence team. He doesn't offer any key, though. He just offers 30% to all types, or to all stats for the intelligence types. You can do that if you want to on global. On JP, he offers 70%, I believe, which honestly is probably a better lead than Goku Jr., to be honest. But you would need a key support item. So there's that. I'm pretty sure it's 70. Correct me if I'm mistaken. So yeah, for my team, of course, you would want to run the Dokkan Awakened Rildo. My Pan is not SA5 or whatever, so she does not super early. The Trunks, you'd want to run Rage Trunks. I was too busy farming up the Tech Trunks that I didn't get around to actually farming an individual Rage Trunks. So that's a thing. Aside from that, that's pretty much it. Now, the beauty of the STR team is that a lot of these guys super early. Now, this guy's self-sufficient. He gives himself 3 key, so he only needs 3 more key to get a super off. At SA5, Pan is able to stun, heal, and a super attack early, so she's great. This guy is self-sufficient, gives himself more ki via his passive, so you need less orbs for him. So he also lowers the enemy's attack, which is great. It gives you a little bit more defensive viability. Mercenary Tao is able to super early here. You'll see it. And Trunks at SA10, when Dokkan Awakened, does super early. And then the other Trunks, who's a support unit, the Super Strike one, once again, supers at 9 ki or whatever, so he supers early too. So that's the beauty of this team. And Tao's passive went off. He has a high chance of getting 70% on his passive, which allows him to basically be the hardest hitting unit on this team if you don't have LR Frieza. So I have LR Frieza on JP, and I have pretty much all these units on JP, just not that Grandpa Gohan Dokkan Awakened. We'll see Trunks is already going to super. It doesn't matter what I do here. But I do want to make sure I get a super with Pan. Just get the little bit extra damage. And Trunks is only a support unit, so he's not going to hit very hard himself. I think he does like 70. Yeah, 71k. But he does allow Grandpa Gohan ordinarily to hit for like 120. So this one is like level 69. Literally like level 69. What a meme. Level 69, not awakened and stuff. Not you are. So you saw he got 2 ki there. Tao's passive did not trigger. So that sucks. But I do get that attack reduction there in the front before anything else happens. And I can still potentially stun with Tao. So it's not like all bad if his passive doesn't trigger. He just doesn't hit as hard. So 8,000, not bad. And you know what? I think about it. I have the Rildo Awakened on JP. I just don't have Rage Trunks Awakened on JP either. I don't really find much usefulness for that unit personally. But one thing that is cool is that the 2 Trunks is linked together. Alright, so let's go for that. And we're going to do that. And last but not least, you can have that. I mean, this Trunks is kind of useless on this team, to be honest, without being awakened. He gets, like, I think 25% for, like, 5 turns or something crazy right now. He's not very good. He's actually not even an SSR yet. He's just SR. So he's not here for really anything other than typing. I still have a chance. Yeah, bro. Of course you do. Psych. Alright, I think I have to heal here because I took a bit of damage. Get that All in the Family link triggered there. That's nice. And Pan's on with GT with Rildo, so they're triggering GT. I kind of feel like I don't need to heal, but kind of feel like I need to at the same time. I'm going to use the Yema. You know, I should have healed because the Yema is just a band-aid because I'm going to have to heal next turn anyway. So there goes green. I do like this, man, how he like punches him up in the air. That's pretty cool. 1280, 24,877 attack. Okay, and we're almost done, to be honest. He doesn't have a whole lot left. Now, what you can do, though, to be honest, I wanted to run this full STR. You can run that Bulma on this team because she'd be a good healer. You know, and that would negate my necessity for using items. If that's something that you're concerned about, I personally don't care because I have a nice stock of them. And I got the stun with Tao, by the way, so that's great. But you can run that Bulma instead of this Rage Trunks because he's not awakened, especially if you're in my scenario, right? Have that. Have those. What link do you guys share on the back? All in the family. Oh, Saiyan lineage. Gotcha. Not bad. Definitely is a lot better if you have fully awakened units. That's a note to self. Especially this guy. He's just literally there for space. I don't mind anybody else but him, to be honest. Okay. Looks like Tao won't super if I do that. Tao can't super this turn because... Well, no. Because I want Rildo to super, but I don't need him to. That's annoying. I should tank it well enough, especially if I get a freaking stun here. I'm really low on HP, though, if I don't get the stun. I did get the stun. Wow. That was clutch. Because I was, like, kind of worried I'd die, to be honest. Because I didn't use good items. Oh, man. I didn't use items at all, to be honest. But my Grandpa Gohan's going to eliminate him. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, this is the stage you want to play if you're looking to farm the Goku to unlock his paths or SA or whatever. This is the stage you want to play. And maybe I'll get a drop. I did not. So you're only going to get either 5 medals, 7 medals, or 10 medals, I think, on this stage. I think that's it. So basically that's it for the showcase. Full-on playthrough guide of this. Any questions, let me know in the comments down below. If there are any questions, keep in mind that I have probably answered them throughout the course of the video, and maybe you missed something, so maybe you want to go back and check it out at that specific area, the team that I was showcasing or whatever. Have an awesome day. Annotated on the screen are other videos you guys can check out. If you did enjoy this one, click on them, stick around for a little bit. That's it. I'll catch you guys later on.